I know I'm a little early, but it's getting hot again, so I don't think 7 minutes early is going to kill anybody. Anyway, so it is, of course, Friday morning. It is the 22nd of July. I got paid yesterday, but I didn't actually use the money yet. So let's talk about some stuff and try to straighten out a few things too. First of all, I'm starting a new World of Warcraft group in September. If you're interested in playing with me in September, either in retail or classic WoW, contact me on Discord is ideal. But if you are not on Discord and you still want to reach me, you can contact me at my email at bichela3@gmail.com. That's bichela3@gmail.com to let me know if you're interested. I have so many existing accounts on retail and classic that I want to reuse one of them. We have accounts on Ezra Song. I have accounts on Westfall. I have on Classic. I have accounts on Thunderlord. I have accounts on Windwest Accord. I also have accounts on the EU server if you're interested for retail. So of course, EU servers right now is only up to level 20. So I don't know if we're going to be going any higher than that, but yes, I have an EU server account too. So we can check it out there if you're interested. Contact me on Discord if you are on Discord. If you're not, but you still want to play along, let me give you the links here in the chat. So first of all, here's the Discord link. Here's the email. And there's the donate link. Yeah, I'm going to make sure to cover my bases. Okay. If you, however, have blocked Nightbot, you won't get those information, Discord contact, or emails. So I'm telling you that right now. So there's Discord or Nightbot. So let me rehammer these. Copy that. Paste it. That's the first one. Second one is for Discord. Copy that. Paste that. Hit enter. And of course, the last one. Copy that. And paste that. How you doing, Krista? Okay, so that's the first thing out of the way. So if you're interested in being part of playing the World of Warcraft for September, this is how you do it. Alright, so just contact me either on Discord or at the email address I posted. Okay, and then you can be a part of the game. Okay? Also, the second thing is people like Tiger Kitty have said that they feel like they're being ignored. No, I'm not trying to ignore anybody. In fact, that's the whole problem. There's so many people that want to be poor. I'm glad to know you're doing good. I'm doing fine. This heat does get to me. I did sleep good. I did sleep very well. Thank you very much. Ed did not kick me up, wake me up, yelling at me about snoring. Thank God. Actually in the bedroom too because it was too hot in the living room. Which it does get really hot in the living room. Like a Quiznos grinder. Toasty. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not trying to, like a lot of people have said to me is we really would like to have a night show. But I want to explain for those of you who do not know or who have are new subscribers, why the night shows have pretty much gone away the wayside. If you are a long-term subscriber, you already know. So that, for you, I know it's like preaching to the choir. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I only get one mouthpiece. Is there are people that come on the night shows that cause a lot of chaos. And they say horrible things on the phones and in the panels. And they cause a lot of emotional pain. And in doing so, they make everybody feel, some people like it, some people hate it. The ones that hate it, obviously, the ones that are unsubscribing. Unfortunately, I can't unsubscribe from my own channel. So basically is the good people come to me and said, Michelle, you gotta do something about this. This is ridiculous. And I said, yes, I agree. I feel that this channel has totally lost its original goal and purpose. And so we're trying to bring back the channel closer to its original intention. However, let's be honest here. I never said I had nothing against the phone calls. I mean, there are good phone calls that were legitimately nice phone calls that really deserve to be respected and considered. I don't have a problem with that. It's the ones that were hateful and abusive and hurtful. I really didn't like those. But also right now it's been very hot. And so we were going to have a night show, considering having a night show tonight. But today's temperatures are going to be so high that by the time everybody sat down in the studio, it would have been miserable. How miserable? Well, according to my local weather forecast, it says for tonight it's supposed to be a high of 32. And Saturday it's going to be a high of 34. Same thing for Sunday. The heat doesn't look like it's going to break until maybe next Sunday. Maybe next Sunday. Okay? Not good. Just not good. So what do you do then? Okay. So, you're trying. You're trying to do a good job. And, I still want to get back to the World of Warcraft game stream. I like playing World of Warcraft. I've tried other games. And what does World of Warcraft mean? It's kind of like it is with me with the Open Door Soup Kitchen in Winston. It's not the process of chowing down food, but it's the social part of it. Playing as a group in World of Warcraft, I think has been more fun than playing solo. Of course, with the temperatures being as high as they are, no one's going to want to play World of Warcraft because right now, unless they have a laptop, and I can't really do much with a laptop because of my eyesight. And so I tend to better off with a, using my desktop, which draws 950 watts on full load. It's a big power supply in there. It's a major heat producer. Heat on heat is not good. It's not good for me. It's not good for the chips. All right, it's 32 degrees Celsius, and then you're gonna throw in a very hot CPU and GPU on top of that, and equipment can fail in spectacular ways. So I don't know what we're going to do with the weather, because the weather is a sticking point. Now we can certainly have our live show on Saturday. It's just that it's not going to be in this room because of the heat. Well, let's be honest. Let's play it by ear. Let's see what happens, okay? Because maybe it will be. Maybe it won't be. Okay. Also, I want to clear up something, which I think Ed would be surprised for me saying this, is I don't necessarily mind sleeping next to another man or person, man or woman or whatever, because I slept with both men and women. And it's not really that hard to sleep with, except please, he did not do this last night, so I did not have this problem last night. Please don't keep kicking me up every time I snore. I cannot help I have a deviated septum in my nostrils. Okay? It's just something I have. It's a condition I was born with. Actually, your nostrils get deviated when you are born, when you're coming out of your mother's birth canal after natural delivery. Not much you can do except the nose job to fix the problem. Winston's Ambulance's collection agency called me this morning demanding money. I explained to the lady at the collection agency the truth. I don't have the funds. And I don't. But you know what? There's another thing too. Don't pay collection agencies, they're bottom feeders. Okay? They are bottom feeders. If you then realize that they are the ones, after the original agency writes you off, they sell your name and an IOU, if you will, to whoever will buy it. Now, they've already written you off on your tax return, so there's no reason to sit there and demand that you pay money. So what the collection agency does is, like I said, they're the bottom feeders at the bottom of the financial ocean. They take the garbage that the animals above them threw down there, and then they try to regurgitate it and say, "Oh, pay us, and then we pay back the other guy." No, you don't. You already bought the debt. You already bought it for, let's say it's a $700 debt. You probably bought it for $70. And that means that you're going to make a $630 profit, plus interest. Credit scoring system in this country stupidly lists medical expenses in your credit report. I'm sorry, but if you ever get hurt, I don't think that's the same thing as going ahead and maxing out your credit cards to buy the top of the line gaming console. Okay, there's a big difference there. Who called this morning? KCS called me for the Winston ambulance transportation for December 16th, 2019. Going from to Winston Memorial, from the Winston's emergency room and to the Charlotte Hungerford Hospital. And so, no, that's what the call was about. I wish I could. But you know what the problem is, personally, is even if I tried to sit in snow, you know what would happen? It would end up coming out as rain. We do need rain, yes, but right now it's not even my season. I can't do anything with this summer heat. Speaking of that, several weather maps indicate that there is, you got this blocking, and it is a high. It's a high from the south that's keeping most of the colder air up in the Canada area. However, weather has a habit of changing, and so if you watch the trends, you'll probably see that slowly the high will weaken, and the colder air from Canada will slowly increase and come down. This is going to cause thunderstorms as winter at the weather front. Yeah. It sucks. How you doing, please? How much? $700. $700. The only way, Krista, I could pay them each month, realistically, is we have to really crank the donation machine. We really have to crank up the donation machine here. In order to get paid by YouTube, we have to go ahead and get $100 each month. Every month. Then I can probably send them $70 a month. That's the only way to do it. But the donations just don't seem to be consistent. Certainly not $100 worth. We also realized that, John, that you want night shows, that's fine, but the problem is it's got to be cold enough to do them. And that's what I was just saying a little while ago. There might be a night show on Saturday, but it depends on how hot it is, because it's supposed to be high at 34. If it's not that bad, maybe we can do it in this room. If it gets really too hot to handle, we'll have to do it in the bedroom. Yeah, I can do them outside. I just can't take phone calls either way, so. Yeah, I know it's not. Yes, it is. It's very expensive. It's very expensive, because that's the problem. And it still puts a negative ding on your credit score. Now, somebody says they can't legally do that in the state of Connecticut, but I don't know if that's necessarily true, because obviously it's on my credit score. $700. From 2 years ago when it broke my kneecap. $700. 700 U.S. bones. Or the American version of 700 quid. Oh, that's confusing. Everybody says bucks. Okay. But anyway, seriously though. It's just, oh yeah, actually it's about 600, about 500 quid in the UK, I think. Yeah, not a good thing at all. Just a lot of money to send out to bills, stuff like that. Also, this mat, this chair rolls on, needs new sticky glue on the bottom because the stupid glue got covered with dust, and now basically the mat doesn't even stick to the floor anymore. Yeah, I know that trolling. Thank you for joining, Mass. Much appreciated. By the way, for those of you who don't know, I'm going to recommend this. I said this last night a couple times. I really seriously want to still remind people of this. I'll leave this up to you guys. If you wanted to be part of the Patreon page, I know it's a little more money. That's the way my tiers are set. But basically, for $10 a month, you get access to the videos, audios, books I'm working on. Unfortunately, it doesn't really have a members-only live stream yet, okay, for Patreon. Because part of the problem is that Patreon itself is not a member on YouTube. So, unfortunately, if I could get Patreon a member of YouTube, and say Patreon is to consider a member, then maybe people could actually be able to partake. Both Patreon and the YouTube members can take part of the same show. Yeah, Jimmy should have his insurance paid for that. Actually, I never asked him. Okay? I know he is in your season, but there's nothing you can do to help the people with the heat. I can contact Mother God and see what she says, but that's about all I can do. Yeah, Jimmy should pay for it, but he won't. I never asked him, actually, Krista, because in a way he kind of did, because he gave me back my apartment after he was going to throw me out. He canceled the evictions. So, around March 2020, they were going to start evictions, and so instead, he decided to just drop the whole eviction process and give me back my apartment. So I think that counts for something. So what brings up another question, although it's not in the same league, is what's going to happen with housing and homelessness. I was watching an interesting piece on how Finland just about totally got rid of the homeless problem. And a program that they have called Housing First. In the United States, a lot of the homelessness programs are depending on what the program called continuing care, where housing is the final step of the equation. In Finland, housing is priority number one to get people into housing, and then, as an option, you can choose to get care. Now, in my case, let's say, because of financials or whatever, I guess probably more financials than anything, let's say the rent the apartment went up to, I don't know, say $1,400. I'm just using an example, okay? Which I can't afford that, okay? But because the housing prices inflated for so much for so long, for 2 years, a $1,400 rent is not exactly off the table. All of a sudden, I get evicted. Now I'm homeless. Under the continuing care way system works here on homelessness, I have to go into rehab. I have to go get drug treatment, counseling, all this stuff while I'm still living in a cardboard box in the street or in an emergency shelter. Okay? In Finland, it's the opposite. In this case, they say, you need a place to live. We're going to give you an apartment. We're going to work it out so you have a place to go. Because in my case, I don't use drugs, I don't use alcohol, I don't have mental health issues that cause my homelessness, for this example. What are you going to do? You're going to send me through programs that don't even really apply to me. That's the problem with the continuing care version of homelessness treatment. Also, you need to don't forget the big elephant in the room, which is the fact that in the United States, housing has become a capitalistic chess piece for the well-to-do that dabble in real estate investment. Not to say they don't do it in Finland, but it's a completely different level. So the problem is that why we don't change it in the United States is the fact is that the capitalists want people to work, okay? Because they want to hold over their head the fear of being homeless. But what if you're disabled, though, and you can't work, or you can't make that kind of money? Then all of a sudden, guess what? Out of no fault of your own, you can't afford housing, okay? You're homeless because it's out of your price range. I mean, take a look at many cities. It's pretty much the same everywhere. It really is. So what do? Well, when the Finns came up with this housing first, they realized this, and they said, if we're going to get rid of the homeless problem, We need to get these homeless people into housing units. There is not a shortage of housing in the United States. In fact, there's plenty of surplus housing. The problem is that these investors, speculators, real estaters are doing is selling the housing as commodities, like gold and silver. That's all it is investment opportunities. Investments for them to make a living. Okay? They're looking at housing as investment, like gold and silver and securities. Well, for them, it's definitely a security, because they're definitely going to be secure. Yes, you can buy a house, say, and BlackRock has been doing this in the United States, and Evergrande is doing the same thing in China. Okay? Buying up properties cheap, fixing them, flipping them, turning them into rentals, and putting them back in the market for highly inflated rental prices. They do not care. They do not have to. The only thing they say is, if it rents good, if the tenants are good, we're good. Okay? And if you happen to have a subprime credit score, you're out of the list. That's the reality of the housing situation in the United States. There is no shortage of housing. There's a shortage of landlords willing to rent empty, abandoned housing. That's the problem. To them, all you are is a gold coin. They don't care about you as a person. I mean, Jimmy does care a bit, more than some landlords do, but not that much more. Okay? But that's because any landlord you go to says, yeah, this is a business. I'm making a living off this. This is how I'm paying my rent and my mortgage for my own personal home. So what are you supposed to say? Anyway, I'm not going to hold it against anybody for that reason, but I do think that we as this country needs to deal with the homeless problem that is exploding, especially after the pandemic. People are still struggling to pay their bills. Is there going to be a stimulus check? I do not know. Are there state stimulus checks? Yes. Is it going to be enough to stop you from ending up being homeless? No guarantee. I don't know. Everybody's different. How do you end up at the risk of being homelessness? I mean, that's something to think about. Connecticut is generally not considered a very landlord-friendly state because tenants have a number of rights and leverage against landlords. That's true. They do. Unfortunately, in some cases, the tenants are not so good either. I have examples of this where tenants have caused the landlords a really, really bad time. They have caused the tenants a really bad time. So, what they need is a way that eviction becomes the last resort. But that means that you need to get the landlords and tenants to sit down at a table and talk it out. Why do you want to throw this tenant out in the street? Is there any way you can work with the tenant on arrangements? That's what me and Jimmy did to his lawyer, okay, in 2020. Okay, that's what we did. If you guys can come to a solution that everybody agrees is fair and both sides hold to the agreement, then both sides will benefit. Don't forget also in the state of Connecticut, every year we have what they call renter's rebate. Connecticut and Arizona have this. Okay, Arizona is the other state that has it. Renter's rebate is to reimburse the tenant in qualifying circumstances for what they would be paying in rental income taxes. Okay? So, in other words, if you, they have a cap on it though, it's like $700. So, if you were paying $700 a month rent and utilities, as in my case was past tense, prior to October of 2021, 2020, yeah, 2020, you would get a check from the state of Connecticut for $700. Now, I didn't apply for it last year, but this year I am considering doing it because we can use that $700 to help offset the costs. But we're not going to get that check until December. You think AdSense is bad? They don't issue the checks until December. Great for Christmas funds, but basically terrible for anything before that. I mean, I think the whole housing situation is bogus. Honestly, I think the whole housing situation is bogus. But anyway, I beg to differ. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get the panel open. I didn't pick it, you guys. I do have the panel open already, actually. Let's get the panel open. Top of my sick. Oh, okay. Never heard that called that before. Never heard that be called that before. But then I don't smoke cigarettes anyway. Okay, so let's see if we can get some panels going today. Oh, by the way, some of you pointed out to me that you were disappointed that I was up early in the morning yesterday and you guys were not part of the panel. But then neither was the 4 people from the UK part of the panel either. But they could be, but they weren't. Yes, Jojo was there yesterday morning. Yes, Tiger Kitty was here yesterday morning in normal time. Christine M. never came on the panel. Wanted to have some people come up on the panel. Yeah, I know. I'll let Tiger Kitty deal with it. Well, at least I don't have to worry. I don't have to worry about burning a hole in my shirt. Not that I haven't already done it long ago. It's 2022. We're all a bit racist by now. You know what's funny is the way they redefine racism over and over again. I've heard it used to apply for things that have nothing to do with race at all. For example, if you happen to believe in capitalism, you're considered racist. No, that's capitalist. if you happen to have blood elf ears, you're considered racist. No, that makes me a speciest. Because blood elf is a different species than humans. No, we're not doing phones right now. But we have the panel open. I don't know why everybody keeps pushing the phone business. I never said that we wouldn't have the panel, at least. So anyway, to be honest, I was saying earlier is if there was some way I could easily interface Patreon in as a member so that Patreon members can join YouTube members and watching things together as a memberships only content, that'd be nice. I don't know about you. I don't know. Women used to scratch stuff all the time in recent history. Now they just basically put a roll of burning paper and tobacco to their lips. Been that way since the 40s. I'm not really into putting burning incendiaries to my lips. Thank you very much. My mom was a chronic chain smoker. My dad was a chain smoker. And unfortunately, my dad died from complications from his smoking. My mom quit smoking. But I think right now, with the loss of my father and from a couple years ago, I don't think my mother really has been doing too well. And the loss of my sister in 2019 certainly did not leave a positive impression on my mother either. You ever clean up nicotine glaze off electronics? They're not cool. Maybe if you're lucky, you can throw the boards in the dishwasher, but that's about it. Okay. Some people don't trust Google Meets. Well, yeah, I can see their point. If there was a way I could do other streaming mechanism, people like to talk about StreamYards, but not actually stream, but just to do the panels so that I can have the panel set up like in the background for Google Hangouts, where you guys don't see the people in case they try to do some nasty surprises. That's what I do. So the panel members can see each other, but the audience can't see them. How you doing, Gianni? I never really got into smoking. Like I said, my mom and dad did plenty of it, but I grew up in a smoker's household, and I really don't enjoy cigarettes that much. It's just like the sign you sometimes see in waiting rooms: lungs at work. Thanks for not smoking. I already have asthma because of it. I don't need to throw cigarettes on top of my asthma. I haven't used my inhaler for a long time, but that doesn't mean I don't have inhalers. I do. Okay? It's expensive too. Oh, absolutely. I'm good. Taking a break. Ice latte in American spirit. You know, in Connecticut, they're like $11 to $12 a pack for cigarettes. Very expensive. So if you're smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day, that's $24 approximately. 10 days, that's $240. 20 days is $480. 30 days is, my God, $720. Depends on the inhaler. I think mine is like, I don't know. Usually my insurance pays it. Let's see. I think it's like, depends on the type. Anywhere from $100 to $200 to $400. Depending on the brand and how much the insurance pays. It's hard to say. It's this very expensive thing. So, please understand one thing if you're going to join the panel. Please let me know ahead of time before you come on so I know it's you and not somebody else trying to spoof you. So that way I know who it is. Because it's really, really frustrating when there's somebody out there who comes on to cause chaos. I got 2 packs of cigarettes a day, 2 lottery tickets, and a slipper for $50 another day. So, depending on which lottery tickets you bought, you must have bought the two $10 lottery tickets. Slippies isn't that expensive. By the way, a funny thing, after started drinking so much dang lemonade, is that I've been regular as far as poo. I mean, because I drink so much lemonade each day that I'm really hydrated, so I haven't been constipated, so that's good. This is basically, it's good for me, I guess. Maybe I was lacking something in lemonade besides water, which certainly is important in these hot days. But also, I am losing weight again. I noticed this. I am losing weight again. Yeah. Don't forget, I have not been eating ice cream on a regular basis. I have not been eating cheese on a regular basis. I have not been eating tons of carbohydrates on a regular basis. Mainly, I only eat 2 bowls of Honey Nut Cheerios, and maybe 2 bananas, and then and that's it. That's all I've been eating pretty much for the last few days because it's been too hot. But last night we did have spaghetti and meatballs. And, yeah, pretty much. After all, there are people that you say you're full of shit. Maybe it's true. You know, maybe you're pooping out fatty bricks, so I don't know. Too much information, right? Definitely detoxifying, yeah. My belly seems like it shrank a little bit. My skirt is falling off. My underwears are falling off. Some of them are. Still trying to stay active. Yeah. That was something that people didn't actually ever ask me. Is, are you trying to do anything to watch your weight? Yeah, I am. Okay. Well, I sing, so unfortunately I don't need that my vocal cords sticking by scar tissue. That's why I will not smoke cigarettes. I don't need to have my lungs sticking up by scar tissue. Oh, I'm buying it from a regular grocery store. It's Country Time lemonade. It's powdered lemonade from Country Time. It's not the pink lemonade because I can't use pink lemonade because of the grapefruit in it. But I can use the because it has a negative result with my medications for my what is it? Simvastatin, or is it my levothyroxine? My levothyroxine, that's what it is. So stay away from grapefruits unless your doctor tells you otherwise. Just regular lemonade. Just buy a regular grocery store. 4 scoops and 32 ounces of water. I like it strong and potent. I have heard people saying that. I haven't actually done it. But not surprisingly enough, that there is actually other devices for cooling your neck area. You can even get a wraparound fan, if you will, that you can put on your neck that basically has a little fan in it. And obviously matching batteries that basically blows it around your neck area. Does the same job. Probably does. Well, it's an evaporative cooling. The problem is in humid weather, it's not going to do as much. In dry environments, it does help. Yes, I know that, because you got major blood vessels that go through the neck. I had a wonderful idea, which is actually, it's not really too far-fetched because they make actually slip-on suits that do this. But what would happen if you took a whole bunch of aluminum heat sinks, put the Prozade on one side, buttered it, and slapped it to your body, like we do on microchips? Would this cause your body to basically radiate heat to the heat sinks? It would, but God knows I'd be awfully heavy and clunky and yeah, it's like I said, they make a suit, like a jacket you can put on that. You can use, it has either A, It has packs you freeze in the freezer, and then you can put them into this jacket. Okay, and it's designed to do the same thing, absorb heat. Yes. Absolutely, that's what sweating is. Remember, from my poor kitty cat, he only sweats through his paw pads. So obviously during hot weather like this, Rusty's smart enough to know that he doesn't want to be in the direct sun. So that's why he will go ahead and try to find a place where he can be cool in the shade. Because cats only sweat through the paw pads, and obviously through the breath. Now, the jacket I talked about, however, is a real thing. You can buy it. It's available in the market. Okay, in other words, it uses these gel packs you freeze, and then you put them into the lining of the jacket. And what they do is they just lower the core temperature down. The only thing is, from what I seem to remember, it's kind of expensive. Rivera, you don't even have a PFP. Okay, I don't know what PFP is. What I love to do is and this is how we got started with the lemonade in the first place, is we started talking about making frozen treats. And I made some lemon pops. And they were good, but they were like not completely frozen. And it was like, so obviously I turned my freezer to colder temperatures, which it did start to freeze them, but there still was, maybe because of the nature I was made, there was still sugar crystals that weren't freezing. So what was happening was, as I was getting like Italian ice, all I had to do was just chop it up with a spoon, and there you have an instant Italian ice. Oh, profile picture. Okay. I have a profile picture, but it's pretty plain and pretty normal looking. I thought about getting a more fancy one, but then again, I don't really like when my ears look like giant television rabbit ears sticking out on the side like they do. That's because my weak cartilage on my ears, and it's like, I really wish my ears would stay straight up, or at least more straight up. Maybe that's something they can fix, the plastic surgeon. They'll say, hey, can you make my cartilage a little more rigid so my ears will stay up, even if they are the fake ears? So they don't droop. You know, who knows what they'll do. Who the hell is that? Kill or be killed? I can only guess. I don't carry. Right now, I don't have too many people who actually help me shoot pictures, so. So, Tiger Kitty, let me ask you about something you said in Discord yesterday. This is what you said about me on the show, or about me at the show. It's nothing really confidential. It's just something you said. I just want to see what you get into this one here. You said in general chat, I gotta go back here and find it. Let's see. Tiger Kitty. Let's see. Gotta go way up here. It was a general statement you made. It wasn't that really particularly surprising. You said, I used to be on at the morning shows dead on 10 a.m. and donate money. But then she didn't seem to care, so I am late most of the time, and I have started doing other stuff. Why would you think I don't care about you? I never said I didn't care about you. And Brian K says, I don't blame you, Tiger Kitty. She never apologizes for anything directly. The closest apology you can get is she might apologize to everyone for something minor, but other than that, she never says sorry. I never understood that, because it's like, it's just kind of frustrating. Hit stop. I didn't enroll in this. What the hell is this crap? Let's see. Delete that one. Get out of that one. Connecticut Republican Party. Macro. Google Voice. I don't deal with that. Google Voice. Map. Stop the map. Gary Franchies. Explorer on YouTube. Yeah. Alright. So I was saying is, I do care about the show. I just want to bring it up here because I do care about the show. It was just that some of the people that were on the show were causing so much emotional anguish that I basically had no choice but to walk away from a lot of it. There was so much emotional anguish done by a few select individuals that I couldn't handle it anymore. And especially the night show. You know, think about that. I mean, if the shows never got into that area of those dark corners of fear and anger and resentment, I think we would have been fine. I don't drink alcohol, sorry. I just wanted to go ahead and just take a break for a while from it. With this heat, there's not much you can do anyway. If you do a show and it's hot, you're grumpy as it is because you can't really cool down that well. But that doesn't mean I don't want to do the show. There was just some people that actually made me feel unwelcome to do my own shows. It's not my way. I don't talk garbage back to people. I never enjoy doing it. Sometimes I do it, but really, I try really hard not to be rude and obnoxious. I consider people's feelings. I mean, that's the reason why they treat me so crappy, because they really don't care about mine. Okay, well, on the panel? Because the panel is open. Yeah, a panel is open, so let's get you on here. We can always, if you want to email me and send me your private email, we'll talk privately in a private phone call later if you want to do that instead, because I don't have your phone numbers. I mean, I have your old numbers. I don't know which of the old numbers work. Yeah, I know that they're part of YouTube, but Tiger Kitty, the thing is, I mean, somebody has the nerve to say grow a pair, right? Well, we need to tell the trolls where we feel. We need to stand up to them, too. It's like standing up to the bully who steals your lunch money. Sure, you might get a bloody nose and some black eyes, but damn, you have to. Gary, you know what I would do is, if you're really worried about getting hacked, just go ahead and install a VPN like Tunnel Bear. You can even use it for free for up to 1 gigabyte of data. Just go to www.tunnelbear.com and sign up for a free account. That's www.tunnelbear.com, and they'll send you 1 gigabyte of free data a month. Plus, if you share the word out, they'll give you another gigabyte of data for free too. That'll encrypt all the data between your actual computer and Tunnel Bear's servers. If it wasn't for Tunnel Bear, during the dark days of last month, we would have been offline a lot more than we were. It's simple to install. It's just an application installed on your phone or on your computer. It takes care of all the installation work for you. Plus, they have customer service that will help you with any problems you have, too. No, it's not, but for talking on Google Hangouts, it's fine. I have a text now number. Well, what about a voice now number? In other words, I like to talk to people too once in a while. Send it to me a private email to this address. I'll type it manually in case the... Obviously, don't post it here. Yeah. Well, you can send me email. Maybe you have my old phone numbers. I don't know. They're still the same numbers. But if you don't know it, just email me, and I'll... see. Your future government updates. I don't know what the hell that was. Now, by the way, I know you used to be on Discord too, and I know that the Discord you were on it, you used to run into a lot of horrible people. I have no idea what Calvin Sin's talking about either. It seems like there's something semantically wrong with it. Bring all back to Africa, period. Or Brian, go back to Africa, your African tribe. Period. No one cares what you have to say. Contact Discord on Twitter and explain the situation to them. Just contact Discord support, explain the situation, and they will fix it for you. That's a troll right there, guys. I'm going to deal with this idiot. No doubt about it that this person is Noodle supporters. It explains when you go to the Discord website how to do that, or else it should explain in the app as well. Okay. Why would a Dr. Arizona Griper want to say that message in the first place? Why would a medical doctor want to say that? Or is it a doctorate like a PhD? Even so, that would imply that PhD doesn't have enough research going on. You know, that's definitely Noodles, because, again, he has the number at the end, 1982. For some reason, he seems to like to add numbers to the end of his accounts, kind of like People of Peace used to do. The thing is People of Peace was way less annoying. No. It's higher than a $2 AK-47. Or an old Gatling machine gun. Chicago typewriter. After it's spent about 20 rounds, Tommy gun. I don't know where Pop is. I haven't seen him in so long. He left pretty much right after you did. Get out of here, you fuck. Well, hey. Yeah. What was it called? That the Chicago typewriter? I'm tired of C2. I don't know. Probably because of the sound of it, and the fact is it sprayed bullets and tended to slowly eke its way upward as it was firing bullets. If it's cruiser, one question I have. Why would a Libra do this when a Libra is known for providing balance? I don't understand that. Yeah, well, like I said, the heat is definitely slowing down a lot of things I wanted to do. Like I liked walking. I liked, doing a little bit of walking outside. But when it gets in the upper 20s, it's like, no. Especially when the sun's beating on you. No, you're not blocked. Why would you be blocked? Alright, I'm getting tired of this. No, and I'm not interested. I know you didn't. He's just trying to start trouble. Carrie, don't forget, use your wrench. You got the tools. If you need to block the people, you block them. If you just want to remove the comment, remove the comment. You want to report them to YouTube? Do so. No, she didn't. I know she didn't. Which is one link I didn't post yet. Okay. Like I said, people want to get back to the original topic we were talking about before I got sidetracked. I never wanted to give up on the show. But what it was is there was a couple of people, the ones that we keep seeing. That's not necessarily a nasty statement. Okay. You think that's what it is? Probably is. Probably is. AKA Yam Ranch. Is BBE Yam Ranch? I think BBE is Yam Ranch. Alright, get out of here. Oh, no, wait. I'll just remove the comment for now. You're giving me gas. Get out of here. Maybe I'll block this guy too. Yeah. Okay. So, this is why we need to have our team of mods on the ball. Okay, alright. I won't block them for you. I don't really know why I'd want to. It's just the ones that are attacking other people without the permission Fine. You can have them. You can have them. You want them? You want that attention? You can have them. I don't think it's him either. I think it's one of Noodle's supporters doing this. Yeah, But he definitely was on at 3 in the morning. Maybe he got up early to get ready for work. Okay, so it's a Noodle supporter, probably. No, Carrie, that's the thing I don't want you to necessarily have to do. You do not need to leave. You're not the problem. You got the blue wrench. Use it. You know what to do. Blink 'em. You don't have to listen to this garbage. Never denied it. I don't disagree with that, but I'm sure that Noodles has a lot of supporters that do. No, she's got to learn to basically stand up for herself. Be assertive. She has to stand up for herself. She has the tools. I gave her the equivalent of a Winchester rifle. Now all she has to do is shoot the fuckers. That's all she has to do. She's got the gun. Bang, bang, boomerang. Use it. No one has to sit there and subject themselves to this crap, Tiger. See, that's the thing. I'm not going to subject myself to it either. But at least I know how to fire my equivalent of my Winchester rifle and kill a few. You know, it's not really like... It's not fun, it's distracting, but is the nature of the situation at hand. Another trademark of their MO. Okay. See the wrestling related name. Why, there's a wrestler called Odell Hope? Hi Larry, how you doing? Well, metaphorically, please don't do it in real life, but just as a moderator, you have the equivalent of a rifle. And it's got fresh shells in it. Sorry, it's not a semi-automatic. It's somewhat just a manual breech loader, but uses 2 cartridges. But damn, you can still basically... The Noodle's mother's name... The name, same person else known as Botter, who also brainwashed you. I'll deal with the Discord in a little bit. Right now, half your minds are trolls, half your minds are people that care for you. Well, the thing is, it's not always easy to try to pick the best people. You try to pick the best ones that are knowledgeable what's going on, the situation around you. Which means at least I can say I got a team that's fairly aware on the pulse of what's going on. Butter's fine. I don't think butter's a problem. All I want for you to open your eyes. I open my eyes as far as I can, but I'm sorry, I still squint. Alright, the thing of the matter is that YouTubers is a group of different people in communities that sometimes don't like each other. Nobody understands why that has to be that way. I can assure you, Butter is not interested in noodles. Let's see, I got a message here. That sounds good, actually, perfect. Wrath of the Lich King, September. Yeah. This where I'm talking to the person about, he was thinking, I also got many older characters that really need to level up. I still want to improve my warrior. On Westfall. Alright, so that was a message that was sent to me on about the for September. We are going to plan on getting a new group together to play World of Warcraft. If anybody is interested in playing World of Warcraft with me and several other people, similar to what we did with the WoW support group with Skynet and Paul, which kind of are going to be leaving the group because they got other greener pastures, just reach out to me and I will notice of slowly showing and causing mischief long before buyers stand hanging out with us. In fact, while it used to be true that Noodles and Butter used to work together, about a year ago something went wrong between the two, and Butter left Noodles behind. Their friendship soured. Okay, that's all I'm going to get into right now. I know a little bit more details than that, but to say that he has decided I don't think they're bots. I think some of them are actually human being accounts. Yeah, the webcam ones, yeah, those. But nice is the result. It's only because he is obsessed with Noodles and Noodles wants to control Michelle. I don't want to be controlled by Noodles. I am a free agent. I don't want to be manipulated and controlled by somebody who is a handler. And even Noodles has called me saying, call Tiger Kitty my handler. And by the way, for those who don't know the terms, the handler and manager in theatrical movies and stage is completely different things. Men get managers, women get handlers. handlers are usually strong-willed people that can get some of those divas to actually do things. Where a manager just suggests things, usually the men are more highly respected in with regard in Hollywood. Did she used to be in our Discord? I don't know. I'm sure he may have visited our Discord. Maybe he didn't stay around very long. Well, it wouldn't be the first time. Wouldn't be the first time. Hard to say. Hard to say who it is. Hard to say who it is. We just nicely suggest stuff like more nighttime fun and stuff. Let's just be honest, because fun is so relative. Ugh. For some people, having a paddle full of nails and slamming into somebody else's ass is fun. Watching them scream in pain is fun. Other people, having fun is playing a game like, World of Warcraft or Yahtzee or Monopoly or Trivial Pursuit is fun. For some people, they have fun just watching a movie and eating popcorn. So, fun is relative. The first type of event I'm talking about, which is a bit of sadomasochism, isn't my thing, sorry. But as I said, it's relative, So, unfortunately, because of the nature of YouTube and some of the people that came out on the night show, it caused a lot of consternation for me and a lot of hurt and a lot of pain. MBL, I'm saying is that Botter wanting to stop noodles is pretty much the same as you being a watchdog for Murdy. I'm not being rude. The police says, aspirals can be fun if you're into it. Games are fun. Yeah, if you're into it. Especially when someone's installing nails in the same paddle and slamming in the ass with it. But, again, that's not my thing, okay? That was what some of the people were doing. The metaphorical equivalent of on YouTube. It caused me a lot of PTSD and anxiety. I'm still suffering from it today. I was naive when I started, but that doesn't mean it's still right to do that and cause somebody displeasure. Now let's see what's going on the YouTube side of things. On the Discord side of things right now. Right now, all quiet in the Western Front. Nothing going on here. Yep, it's all quiet on the Western Front of Discord. Well, try if you want to do that on your own time, Tiger Kitty. I'm not interested. That's one of the reasons why I love playing World of Warcraft, because the fact is that when I had a group of players, we would have, of course we had to work around their schedules, but we would do is like Tuesdays and Wednesdays. We would play World of Warcraft, talk, take breaks a little bit, talk to the viewers in chat, and then get back to the game again. And that was something that we did. And then we did the night shows on Saturday. We used to do them on Friday too. And we used to do them on Wednesday. So we changed things around a bit. But Saturday was pretty much just the one that's the last one that's left for the night show. Was because of all of the abuse that was happening. All the anxiety. So I just kind of distanced myself from the night show. I know that. You're right, they are. It is. And YouTube itself is not helping. For example, why would you remove the verified checkmark from your subscribers? They're verified that they know who you really are. Why would you take away that verified checkmark, especially for channels that have, that are verified? Because in order to become a YouTube channel with monetization, you have to be verified. Why take away that? No, you can't tell unless you go to their channel to look, to see if that person is really the real person that they say they are. But then if they say, for example, the two MicheleMarieDalenes, and one MicheleMarieDalene saying to the other MicheleMarieDalene that you're not the real MicheleMarieDalene. I'm talking about if I was on another chat with on another channel, because at least here my name is in gold. But the thing is, all you would have to do is to verify if you talk to the right MicheleMarieDalene, you'll see the blue check mark next to their name. And that would say, hey, we know this person's verified as the real MicheleMarieDalene, because they obviously had to send a copy of their picture ID, they had to send the information to YouTube for whatever reason, so we know that the person's verified. A troll account's not going to do that. Because the minute a troll account wants to get a check mark, that means the minute they submit documentations of, state ID cards or whatever, all of a sudden YouTube's going to catch the troll and go, oh, wait a minute, you already registered here as another account. Sorry, not verified. But we seriously question your authenticity completely. But they took away that. And so you really can't be sure. If you have 5 MicheleMarieDalenes in the chat, which is the real one? Before, with the blue check mark, you knew that the real MicheleMarieDalene was right there. All the blue check mark really meant was, yes, you are verified. Yes, you have, gone through the authentication process. All right. So what do you think? I mean, should they go back to the verified check marks? Because I told this to the to the creators channel. I said, when you guys took away all the verification badges, no one knows anymore. Now you're only seeing a channel that has 100,000 subs. No. If you want to give the 100,000 channel subs a special reward, that's fine. Give them a gold check mark. But keep the blue ones for the channels that have 1,000 plus subs. Those guys deserve it. They need it. So the regular, up to about, I don't know, I'll just say 50,000, you get a blue check mark. If you are at least 50,000 to 100,000, you get a brown to simulate copper. If you are from 100,000, say, to a million or 500,000, you get a silver or color. And if you have, 500,000 plus, you get a gold. That's what they should have done. Not taking away the check marks completely. Okay. I think someone's knocking on my door. Which door? Yeah.
Hey, this is your card.
Ed's in the bathroom.
Thank you, dear.
Okay. All right. So let me just type in chat here. Hi, the stoner. All right. It's getting the nurse thing. Okay, so I'm taking some medicinal marijuana. Okay. But like I said, it's YouTube needs to do a better job of verifying and making sure that troll accounts don't get created if they're not going to do their share of work. When they had the system set up and then they dropped the ball when they should have kept it because it was working. At least you could verify the person went through the verification stage. You can't say that now because you don't know. Had my kidney biopsy Thursday. I would think you'd be stoned and afterwards to deal with the recovery. I mean, he doesn't mess around with that stuff. He's not, and he or she, could be a girl too. They're not interested in that stuff. Perhaps. Not everybody uses it. I mean, the nearest supplier, authorized, verified, pure supplier is in Bristol. I have no way to get to Bristol, Connecticut to buy any. So I'm like, forget that. I'm like, and what is it, they're charging $50 an ounce? That's a little bit much to throw around. Well, I wish you luck with the biopsy. Hopefully it's something that can be treated. Maybe you're lucky, maybe it's just inflammation or something that could be worked around. The only problem is the soup kitchen's not open anymore. And that's street grade. I don't want street grade. No, I'm not gonna buy street grade. It might be mixed with fentanyl and other nasty shit. Right. Well, they're nursing there talking. I don't know what they're talking about.
Take care.
All right, thank you. Yeah. So you're taking a spinal? Oh, okay. I don't know much about spinals. Just know that sometimes they use the same thing for cesareans. Well, I don't know what they talked about. I have no idea. It's none of my damn business anyway. But I'm sure Ed will tell me later. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I think they do. That's not what they said. In fact, they sound like they're getting mad at each other, honestly. That's all I know. Well, I gotta make a quick run to the bathroom, so I will be right back. Okay, guys? Hold on a minute. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry, but it takes so long. Anyway. She said lemonade is making her loose. Well, that's good. No, let's make sure you understand. I'm not like loose like in diarrhea kind of loose. Not that loose. But let's put it this way. I'm getting the chunk out, yeah, pretty much. YouTube is recommending videos about silence. I don't know what they said. I didn't listen, so didn't affect me. It's supposed to be Saturday night, depending on the weather. If it's too hot, it's going to be in the bedroom, but there won't be no phones. Okay, if the weather is hospitable at 7:00 on Saturday, it'll probably be in here. No, nothing like that. They're just I'm finally just passing like normal. No big solid giant bricks. Just easier to pass softer bricks. Apparently, I guess I must have been short on vitamin C, which doesn't particularly surprise me. Hey, learn this much. Keep this in mind, Skynet. The phones are not the problem. The problem is the temperatures outside, and the fact is that I don't have air conditioning. Okay? Give me a break here. I have to work with the weather. I have to work within the confines of what is available to me. I have no idea what they were talking about. But the thing is, you gotta remember, guys, the weather has been very hot. It's still gonna be hot next week. It's gonna be a high of 34 tomorrow. Okay, I mean, look, if it's so hot in here that I can't breathe and sit there and deal with the phones at 7:00 and I won't know what the projections are for until tomorrow night. But I can make some rough guesses. I understand that, but I'm saying is that the weather is still a thing that is going to have to be dealt with. Well, maybe you're used to it. It's definitely too hot over here in New England. We're not used to these higher temperatures, guys, okay? Just as I'm sure a lot of you could never cope with New England winters. It's not like we don't want to do night show. Like I said, it's just, like I said, it all depends on the weather. Right now, it's 30 degrees Celsius. That's 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay? You're talking about temperatures, up to 34 degrees. So that's about 104 degrees Fahrenheit. You're talking about some really fucking hot heat, man. Okay, so let's base on the trends analysis right now. If right now it's high of 30 degrees, 7 p.m. tonight says it'll be down to 29. So if the same situation with tomorrow, a high of 34, it's going to drop down maybe by 1 degree Celsius, so it'll be a high of 33. Now, if we would have the night show really late, I mean, oh my god late, well, maybe not that late. Let's see, based on the trends analysis, it says that maybe by 10 p.m., we could have had a night show. It would have been 24 degrees Celsius. Okay, so figure that that'll be 28 degrees Celsius for tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Who's going to be up at 10 o'clock in the morning? Personal injury claim. Then file personal injury. Yeah, I'll have to delete that one later on. Yeah. Let's do it late night. Probably. Okay. Then I guess 10 o'clock is what the best we can do. Because, Ed's going to want to lay in the bed. Which he has been anyway. So, just like I told Ed nicely, I said, I don't mind you necessarily sleeping here. But I do not want you to keep kicking me up, waking me up all the time. He did not wake me up yesterday, which is nice. Why can't that guy type? How do you know he's not typing? Maybe he's using text to speech, or maybe he's using speech to text. He's probably using speech to text, like Craig Sr. does. In other words, he dictates to the phone and the phone types it. No. Well, the thing is we don't have a twin bed, and we don't have room for the queen bed either. And in the other room. But yeah, we could do a phone system. If I bring my Linux laptop in, we could probably do it in the bedroom. The problem is that I don't have any lighting set up in there for the studio to do videos, where the computer would be sitting. Maybe we could anyway. I don't know. Right, I said I would do 10 o'clock tomorrow night. I could do that. This basic transit analysis. It looks like it'll still be warm, but at least it won't be too bad. I have not had a lot of pizza for a few days anyway. Electric or gas? Because they make pizza ovens in both electric, gas, and wood. Actually, 3. Yeah, speaking of stuff, we noticed that apartment 10 has been doing some weird stuff on their apartment, and I'm thinking, I told Ed that we think we need to talk to Jimmy about that, because Jimmy asked Ed to survey the place. And so it needs to let Jimmy know what's going on. I take vitamins, Carrie. I gotta get some more vitamin D3 from the pharmacy, which is over the counter. But I got 2 huge containers of 200 caplet multivitamins, 50 plus women's, which helps. It might be. Or cocaine dealer, or one of the others. But the thing is that the persons are doing some really weird shit. I think 6 is also involved in the trade, too. And I think Ed needs to, when he sends his report to Jimmy, he's going to need to strongly suggest that he's going to have to get rid of these 2 people. Air conditioner, second hit. Yeah. Of course, if you have a big, oversized, badass air conditioner that's 3 times bigger than it should be, you definitely can get your apartment way below 20 degrees cooler. But Brian K said to me, "Why don't you get your landlord to install essential air?" Forget it. He's not going to do it. Maybe a mini split. Maybe he might go with a mini split. But he still has to get an electrician to upgrade the service to the building and run a new line for the mini split. You mean vitamin D? I got plenty of vitamin D. Yeah. Well, some people don't have, problem with heat control. I do. I'm heat intolerant, high temperatures. And it's worse off than me. Yeah, but I don't have my certifications. I don't have my certificates. Jimmy never offered to help me pay for the test. In other words, if we got the test and certifications, then he could have basically guaranteed that I could go down and submit building permits. Right. Well, I think a mini split for air conditioning might be a practical thing. But again, you still need to have it plumbed and electrical and stuff like that. And you still gotta drain the water out of the sucker, so where's the water gonna go? And I got the one little window fan blowing on me right now. I got the other window fan drawing air from the outside in here. And I got the door to the porch open, which is bringing some cross breeze, so. So in other words, guys, the point I'm trying to say, let me get back to the very first point. If the night shows, regardless of temperature, if they were nice and pleasant and kind, I would definitely be more willing to do them. But the thing is when you have people that start tearing people apart. That's not fun. That's not good for my mental well-being. A few other people here in this chat understand that. Yeah. Or I could always go ahead and lay in the bathtub in cool water. You know, you could always do like you do with some CPUs, right? Water cool you. Sit in a big bathtub with cool water in you. I've done that a few times. Who cares as long as you're making money? That's just it, John. We haven't been making money on the night shows at all. We have not made money on the night shows whatsoever lately. Okay? So money right now isn't even part of the equation. There hasn't been any. Yeah. We had one last Saturday. We had a night show last Saturday. And we have a night show tomorrow. It's a Saturday again. Right now, I'm looking for some other type of content, and I do think the tarot readings do make a difference. I could probably get most of them in on Saturday or Sunday, and then the point is, guys, is that I'm trying to do the best I can. And you have to remember that I have suffered a lot of trauma in my life. This is not a new thing. And I'm still struggling with it. Okay, so I'm trying to get into psychotherapy for that reason. But the thing is, I have a psychotherapy appointment on the 19th of August. The calls get out of hand because there are some callers whose intent is abuse instead of comedy. And there is no internal policing. Everyone here knows who they are. Right. People want interaction. I understand that. But like Meth said there, you got people that are not really interacting with the person that they're calling. They're just spewing hatred and vitriol and causing emotional anguish. That's not interacting with the content creator. That's basically abusing them. Your whole shit that appears to be policing people on YouTube, but you do not actually do anything other than create drama. You're right, it has been the same 3 or 4 callers' voices. I've gotten to know them pretty well. People want to be engaged in work. I already explained this. There's a difference between being engaged and dealing with a caller that is genuine and courteous and respectful versus dealing with a caller that wants nothing more to spend hatred and act like a douchebag. There's completely different things. Unfortunately, I got stuck having to deal with both. I would rather deal with the ones that try and encourage nice dialogue. But then my hearing gets in the way too, which is something where I need my mods to help me with the phone calls. But that means I often have to depend on reading the closed captions because sometimes my mods are not there to help me out. They said, yeah, most of the callers are cool. It's just like 2 people who call and take it away for too far because they're jealous. Okay, yeah, I've heard that. I've heard people say that they're jealous of my show. But let me say one thing for these people, which I don't know who they are. But I'm going to say it anyway. I'm going to make it a general statement. If you're jealous of my show, then you have the same opportunity to do the same content as well. If you don't want to do the work, don't be jealous. Okay? The technology is there. You can do the same kind of content as I do. The internet is the easiest training ground for Michelle to toughen the... The internet is not the easiest ground. Because please understand, guys, not everybody is going to be like that. Alright? Actually, I kind of like that, except for the term gay. More like lesbian, but thanks anyway. In fact, that's another thing that you guys don't really understand. Why do you think I empathize and understand the Blood Elves so much? What did the Blood Elves really do wrong? I'm talking about, I know what Queen Ashara did. Everybody knows what Queen Ashara did, right? She got a little too gung-ho, driven by the power of magic, right? Started making deals with demons, right? Not good. But the thing is what about the people, her people? Some of them thought she was the greatest thing since sliced bread because that gave them a new opportunity to do something different than worshiping the trees and the flowers in the sky. And that the whole group of them were basically forced out of Tetracell, right? So they travel all the way to the Eastern Kingdoms. Obviously, you had to be very careful, probably to watch out for the... they weren't Blood Elves yet. They were just the Cinderai. Or the Cinderai. They would later become the Cinderai because of what happened with Erithus. Okay, so let's talk about that. Anyway, reminding them of beeswax, Erithus comes in, devastates the entire community, destroys the whole thing, runs a big giant dead scourge and pain and destruction through their land, and basically kills over almost 100% of the people. Only with a small group of survivors left that basically have to rebuild their society from scratch. Some of them later moved over to the Outland, right? Okay. At the same time, thank God that they were able to establish the Sunwell uncalled on us because the fact is it was safely out of the way, but that didn't stop Aerithis from destroying the Sunwell. It was the help of a dying Naru giving its energy, which the Sunwell became a benevolent source of energy, as they were no longer having to mess around with fell energy, which turned their eyes green. That's no joke. But what makes me empathize with them is the fact is, despite the struggles and the hardships in their lives, is that they kept going on. We will persevere. We will persevere. That's what they say. Of course you will, because you're tough. That doesn't mean that you're going to sit there while Aerithis keeps kicking you in the kiwis repeatedly and then basically and takes your lunch money. There's only so much you can do. Yeah. No, worse than Queen of Charlotte did. Stole my cart. Of all the great people Michelle could have met, it had to be. Yeah, I would have liked to meet some of the other ones, like, PewDiePie, maybe even Mr. Beast, BigClive.com, AE Blogs, and quite a few other channels I watch. But they don't necessarily have time or live nearby here. Or even Glenn, Ben Heck. That's his real name, Ben Heck. From Wisconsin. It would have been nice to meet some of these people. No, he did not. That's inaccurate. What? Who's knocking on my door? Oh, I'm it. Why is my door close to the kitchen? I don't know. Let me open my door to the kitchen. Sounds like those people next door have got a bit of a problem. Sounds like they got a bit of a problem. Oh well, that's not cool. That's not my problem anyway. Sounds like Ten's got the men in blue visiting him. Who knows? Maybe we're warned or something. That's my Alright, so this 10 is getting a lot of cop callers coming at him. No, Ed is not bid-bound. Apparently, search warrant ratting out, failure to appear. Who knows? I don't know. No, the police officer closed the door and said, please stay out of harm's way. And pretty much he said, no. You can't even handle prank calls. There's a big difference between a crank call and handling a person that actually wants to meet with you, that wants to treat you with respect. There's a big difference there. Sure, I can. But that's not the point here. I think the police are afraid that because apparently the woman is allegedly has an unregistered firearm, so maybe they're afraid that she might go out shooting or something, which is theoretically possible. No, I don't. I'm not the landlord, and Jimmy or Ed is the landlord security person, not me. So I mean, I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna talk to Jimmy about it and see what he wants to do. Because someone said that she had an unregistered firearm, and that's why they were there a couple days ago. So check on the status of that. No, I actually covered the riots in Kenosha. You know what happened? YouTube deleted my video. I'm not kidding you. It's true. YouTube deleted my video. Because they covered Kenosha, Wisconsin. Well, he's the eyes. He's got 20/20 vision, but normally we kind of work as together. I'm sure she doesn't exactly carry on her sidearm on her body. In Connecticut, you have to have a concealed carry permit. I have no idea. Maybe Noodles. No, I think they've actually already had problem beforehand, but I think that would be kind of interesting for Noodles to send the cops over to their door, right? Jeez. Or are you using someone else's stream? What the hell does that mean? How can you use someone else's stream? It would be on their channel, not mine. Guys, I'm doing the best I can. Like, I'm 53, 54 years old. I've been around this earth a long time. 54, actually. Okay? I'm still alive. I'm still breathing. Okay? I must be doing something right. Staying out of trouble when I can. Don't actually go ahead and invite problems. Yeah, I know. I did. Used to carry the Kenosha. That's how we got it. But that was not why YouTube took it down. It wasn't because of copyright. They took down theirs too. Because it's the same thing. We don't want this shit on here. And that's pretty much what they said. We don't want this shit on here. We don't want this violence in here. We don't want these riots on here. But the mess is bothered sure knows how Michelle thinking loves to Michelle thinking that she's waiting. I'm sure I will be receiving my bonus in the mail, so to speak. You know, I wouldn't worry about that. Karma has been on my side for a long time. Karma is on your side. Yeah, right. But if you're a bad person, karma is going to kick your ass. Pick one or the other. Which one do you want to have it be on your side? Or you want to have it kick your ass? I'd rather have it on my side than be kicked in the ass by karma. Trust me. Alright, guys. We had a good show this afternoon. I'm sure I got a yellow dollar sign again, like usual. But then YouTube usually will go ahead and just forgo the yellow dollar sign and say, hey, you know what? There's something wrong with this stream. Michelle streams every day, and we never had a problem with the stream. I haven't even been keeping up with the stimulus check talk. I guess that's just what it is right now. It's talk. There's no legislation been passed yet for nothing. This government isn't doing a thing to help the people that need the help the most. They talk a mile a minute, but they do nothing. And then they worry about CO2 greenhouse gases when most of it comes out of their mouth and out of their ass. In other words, they're not contributing to anything towards solving the problems for the people. A Warcraft or the watermelon. You know, it's funny you mentioned skin colors in retail. WoW. They've had way more skin tones for characters now. And now, finally, as I've been told, for Dragonflight, you're going to be able to play a Blood Elf Druid. Yes! When that comes out, we'll find out. I've been looking forward to playing a Blood Elf Druid. Oh, I'm sure some states are still offering it. There was asked the question. I just answered the question the best I can. That's all I said is that they obviously haven't done anything yet to actually pass legislation and give us another stimulus check. That's the truth. I didn't say I was selfish. I just said that's what they're not doing. Go back even further than that, you'll see the cycle. Go back 100 years, 200 years, 300 years, 400 years. Hell, go back to the Jurassic era. You're going to see a cycle. What humans are guilty of is pollution, however. That is a reality. You want climate change? How about the fact that humans have messed the planet up with pollution? And they're only talking about one issue. Sorry, but throwing out plastic garbage and clogging the oceans with plastic crap and microbeads, yeah, that's humans for you. Ever since we got our hands on chemistry, it seems like that's the most popular weapon we've used against the Earth. Yeah. Oh, there we go with that again. I'm not going there. And that either. Anyway, listen, guys. I gotta talk to the landlord, let him know what's going on with 10, and see what he's gonna do about the matter. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the credits ready. So guys, thanks for being on the show. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. And yes, tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. So we'll see what happens. Or 10 o'clock. So we said 10. 10 tomorrow night. 10 p.m. tomorrow night instead of 7 o'clock because of the heat. Right. 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. Exactly. Alright guys. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye everybody. This is like a 16-inch grinder. Hope you're hungry because you're going to be eating a lot of it. No. I don't need them. Why would I want to have to put money
Well,
into
I know you don't need it. Well, because you might want big whoppers.
These are the real deal, baby. These are real.
But would you wouldn't want, you've seen Rosie. I mean, they're massive.
I know. I know. But then again, we also see, like, other people that got those things. What happens is after you get to be a certain age, everything sags. And of course, we have the tools of trade, the fame, the calendar, the clapper. Let's call the spirits back real quick.
Golden one. Versus. Fight. That's how we take care of those pests.
Ow! Oh, that's gonna hurt. Alright. And thank you very much for watching. Stay out of trouble, guys. I will see you tomorrow morning, normal time. Yep.